podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Just been to Jermall Charlo, made him a huge offer to fight Demetrius Andrade. One fight deal.
You know the saying, stay hungry, stay humble.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm humble in defeat, and I'm going to remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Demetrius Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get a win. Look at it, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Me and Mike are back to discuss the middleweight division. Finally, they're listening, man. I mean, I just wish they gave us a fucking cut, man. We match make too much for them. We get things done right for them far too often. We ain't getting our cut. But if you don't know what we're talking about, we're talking none other than the discussion we've had here many times. And when we say we're getting it right, we also mean you guys, right? You guys call in with numerous options and opinions on what or what not these guys should do. But this particular conversation is about two middleweight champions, the WBO champion Demetrius Andrade and the WBC champion Jermall Charlo. Both have no fight. Well, actually, Andrade has a fight, but this offer is for May. So they want to keep Andrade nice and active. Go get your Miami on in January. Right back ready for a big unification clash with Jermall Charlo in May. And like, Mike, that's making a statement. I know I don't want you really to talk. I got to introduce you probably. But I mean, that's making a statement. Trying to get these two guys in May, when normally that's a Canelo month. So I like the energy. Again, another caller might have said it, but Eddie is doing his thing.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
With the stamp, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss, 2 to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
BoxingVoice.com. Yo, what up? Welcome back. Shout out to everybody out there in this TBV universe. I'm glad, man, Eddie is in the sport of boxing, man. He's out here moving the ball, making shit happen. And Jermall, yeah, you said that, hey, man, give me one of those one-fight deals. Voila, action you shall receive, my brother. Eddie said, hey, man, as a package similar to Mikey Garcia, not probably not quite as much, but at the same time, a one-off. Have you made $4 or $5 million in your one fight? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, looking at the purchase, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that you have, but if Eddie's offering that kind of money for a fight with Demetrius Andrade on Dazn for a one-off, man, oh man, go get that belt. Become unified. Get the attention of Canelo. And then maybe you'll get that fight. But what's going on, Ness?
Nah, man, I like it. I like that we finally have an offer now and that this fight is back on the table. This was an option that fight fans were trying to give both Charlo and Andrade. And, you know.
And you know why they're putting it in May?
I mean, other than to try and show that there's other middleweights not named Canelo and capitalize.
Man, that's the latter part of it.
I mean, the economics of those dates, that's why Floyd was there.
No, man. The reason that they put it on in May, when Canelo fight, he tends to draw subscribers in when he fight, right?
I would believe so, yes. That's what they be
reporting. If I had to have that subscription on May 4th, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. And Jermall and Jermall is fighting 2 weeks later. I'm more prone to watch that fight since I already got it for the month, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you would hope that's how people think.
That's what I'm saying. I'm guessing that's how the zone is taken. Give them some exposure from that Canelo month. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's gonna draw the subscription in for that month, so give them some added exposure, and then maybe one of those guys can make a statement with that added exposure. Here's what it is. Hey man, it sounds good to me, bro. I like the fight.
I definitely like the fight. Let me get to some audio that we got here on Eddie. This is Eddie with Steve Kim, where this originated from.
Explain the offer to Jermall Charlo for Demetrius Andrade.
No, other than that it was substantial. It was a one-fight deal, but also with the ability, if he wants to discuss a longer-term deal. But we don't want to. We don't want.
With Kim, he uses the word substantial. With Seconds Out, he uses the word huge.
Just been to Jermall Charlo, made him a huge offer to fight Demetrius Andrade. One-fight deal.
Same thing though, Ness.
No, I know. I'm just saying
Okay.
two different synonyms to represent how much money do you offer. I'm trying to get to the point. Like, what do you think you offered him? I mean,
Like
we heard the $7 million from Mikey.
Mikey, so I'm begging $4 or $5 million for Jermall. I mean, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, you'll be a fool not to take that. You know what I'm saying, they was trying to get Tevin to go over.
I don't know if it's that much, Mike.
Don't forget, him and Tevin came out and said, "Hey, give me $4 million and I'll come fight Javante." You know what I'm saying? So if they saying that for him, then Eddie can only do what offer. What
Yeah,
he
but are you trying to say that Charlo is of the stature of Javante?
I'm not saying that.
All right, then. So then the money ain't the same.
But he
that fight ain't even the same. Javante and Tevin, like you said yesterday, that shit got long history that brings in casual fans.
Yes.
Jermall and Andre don't have a long history. Jermall and Andrade and the Charlos have a history. But Andrade and Charlo, Jermall, not so much.
It's some bad blood there, man. And we know how the zone is good at marketing.
I just don't know that it's worth $5 million. I mean, you know, everybody wants Tank and Javante. I don't know if you're putting this on the same level, but look, who am I? I just wanted to hear what you said. $5 million, all good. The fact is, he made a substantial
4 or 5. Not. I wouldn't say like the 5 is my heart. Like 3.5 to $5 million. I feel like that is a decent enough offer to lure. Like you always say, make the offer good enough to lure me over. You know what I'm saying? Like Bud Crawford with Danny Garcia. And I know Jermall is not the level of Danny Garcia, but if $3.5 to $5 million and with the ability to negotiate a possible long-term deal, man, you looking at Jermall like, man, you gotta be looking pretty like you. Al, what they talking about, man? For real.
No, I'm definitely the offer's out there. They got it. So the ball's in their court, and I'm sure they're gonna entertain it. Look, that guy from Fox didn't come out and say what he said for no reason. Let's just
and big up what's called, you know what I'm saying? I seen the interview with Matt. He did say it was similar to Mikey Garcia. So it wasn't like he said it was the same thing, but similar, man. That may indicate what, $5 million being a starting point.
When he said similar, was he talking about money or was he talking about the deal? Because the deal is a one fight, but he probably means similar, like he wants the option.
I thought he meant deal. I thought he probably meant deal when he was talking about that.
Yeah,
Probably
because
right.
you know, if you're Eddie, you don't care if you get these guys on a match. I mean, on a one fight deal, as long as you can match. Now, matching doesn't necessarily guarantee you it because someone can try to, raise the price, right? Like, hey, Jermall, we'll give you Derevchenko for $5 million. It's like, go ahead then. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to some callers here. Let me see what's going on. We didn't even open up the phone lines, did we? So we got to finish the audio too. We got to finish the audio too.
Both huge personalities in different ways.
So what I'm saying is, I'm making.
Come on, champ. My bad. Let's end this and go here.
Really simple. You've got a chance of a unification fight. I think everybody feels that Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade both need a big fight. Right? So there's a great opportunity to dance with each other in a unification fight. And we feel like we've offered considerably more than he could make anywhere else.
considerably more. Now, Mike, again, if you're Charlo and you're making $2 million, is $1 more million considerably more? To me, a broke individual, man, if I'm making $100 an hour, another 100 is considerably more for me. So I don't know what's considerably more for them, and is it gonna be enough? You know, because again, Eddie likes to take what is said in the commissions and the media about the purses. So let's say that they're only putting down that Charlo gets a million. Is 2 million considerably more? Is 2.5 considerably more? Unlike the number that you were suggesting.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what, you know what I'm saying, like what you've been making, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think an extra million is considerably more. But he also said if PBC is willing to match the offer, he'll let Andre across the street.
Bruh, Rod in the 870 on the super chat says 3 to 5, please. The zone better come with 5 or 7. Bruh, y'all making it hard to make these fights, man.
We doing right. Hold on, bruh.
Y'all making it hard to make these fights.
Doing, man? Come on, 3.5 to 5 million.
They need each other, man. Eddie out here saying the right things.
What's Jermall's highest payday on record?
I don't know. Google it. Let me get to this super chat because I don't know. But damn, we need to find out a gauge now. We got another super chat coming in from Drew. Charlo and PBC gonna say they don't recognize the WBO strap. 4 laughing out loud emojis. Damn. So he don't think he taking a fight. I don't know, man. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to see can Mike find what Charlo has made. I don't think we have any more super chats. That's it. We actually got a little bit more audio to get to.
And if he wins, he goes back to PBC or to Fox or to Showtime with his 2 belts and becomes a big star.
Yeah,
or he could stay and fight Canelo.
Yeah. Well, the other question of that.
Now, isn't that beautiful? 1 fight deal. Take your belt, go back, or stay and try and get Canelo. He ain't put the word try. I'm gonna correct that for Eddie. Doesn't necessarily mean you get Canelo. You know what I'm saying? You know, Canelo. What is it? What's the phrase? He plays to the
toot of his own flute. Or,
something like that. One of those.
Of his own drum. Something like that.
Beat of his own drum, man.
But Jermall made $500,000 against Trout. All right. So,
what about versus Julian? That was a fight where he was like, "Yo, Al, I don't really want to make this weight. Let's see what they paid him for that." In the meantime, I'll open up these phone lines after this little bit of audio.
Talking about the money now, Andre fights at the end of January, so
the fight
time frame would be in May.
May is when the fight was offered,
and it's a 1-fight deal.
Can be. I've given him the offer of a 1-fight deal or.
1-fight deal or stay for long term. Look, I like it. I mean, the fact that he said you could win the fight, take your belt, and cross the street or stick around says all that we needed to say. The facts that he used, huge, considerably, substantial. Those are all words that, in my opinion, I'm interpreting that as a very handsome offer. Now, we are throwing numbers around here ourselves. And we're trying to figure out what number, best relates to those words that he's using. What seems realistic for this fight. Now, let's keep in mind they gave Ramirez and his team, right, Mike? You know that deal more than me. Ramirez and his team $4 million for junior welterweights. This is the Canelo division. Maybe DAZN says, hey, give him a little more. We need more Canelo opponents. Let's keep that in mind. So maybe this is considerably huge and substantial because of that. Maybe they're like, look, we need to lock in as much 160-pound inventory, even though Canelo's rumored to be fighting at 68. But that's all the audio, Mike. Any closing thoughts before I go out to these callers?
Oh, man, damn, you brought up that Ramirez $4 million package for Maurice Hooker, and I think looking at Demetrius Andrade, you got to admit that he is a better commodity than Maurice Hooker, and I don't know how that even drove up subscriptions for that.
But wait, wasn't the $4 million package to Ramirez though, not to Hooker?
Yeah, to Top Rank. If you're willing to give Jose Ramirez $4 million to lure him over to the zone to fight Hooker with no reassurance that he'll be back, you got to think that a starting spot Rob may be right. $5 million for real. Because Al gonna look at that like, man, I need a package too. I'm gonna give Jermall 4, and we need 6.
Just keep in mind. I mean, I guess that was a different time.
Then you have the ability,
5 is awfully close to the Charles Martin purse. I'm just saying.
And then you have the ability to negotiate a long-term deal with Jermall. If you treat him right, first off.
No, he said it. Did you hear the interview? It was beautiful. He's like, it's like a courtship. I got to take her out first.
Exactly.
He said, I've been dating Mikey for over a year. Now I get to take him out and show him what it's all about. Yo, Eddie, listen, Eddie's that talker, man. And look, you know, people could have a love-hate relationship. He the one out here sending offers. Okay? He's sending offers.
Everybody's favorite fighter.
He's sending offers.
Javante, Jermall. Anybody want to, you get an offer, you get an offer, you get an offer.
So we need to stop hating on that and get this fight made. That being said, time to hit out these callers.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right. Let's go out to Seattle, Washington.
Mr. PBC, baby.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen, get the sharpest knife, and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yeah, I believe this fight will be a beautiful fight, but I would love to see this on, what's that shit called? Pay-per-view. You know, I would love to see that, you know, both fighters selling themselves. You know, Dazn is nice and all, but I would love to go to the bar and watch it with family and stuff, not sit down on the couch watching that shit. Most definitely, I know you guys are repping for Dazn. I respect all that shit, but I would love to see it on pay-per-view. That's my call.
Yo, you are funny, man. You're consistent at least, champ. You know what I mean? Doing your thing with the consistency is all good, man. We're going to keep these lines moving. CYP, Boomerang.
What up, CYP?
I want to get a question out there right now from Ness and Mike. What number do you need it to be for it to be legitimate? Mike, what's your number?
Legitimate? 5.
Okay, Ness, what's your number?
Yeah, I would say 5 because of the Ramirez. That's why I brought it up. It's like if they gave a junior welterweight $4 million, but you got to remember we don't know how much of that went to him because they said a top rank package. So how much Bob took off of that? You know what I mean? Just like Bob took a share of that $14 million that went to Kovalev. So not knowing that though, yeah, man. I mean, he at least deserved because he's a 2-time. Ramirez was a 1-time, 1 division. He's a 2-division champ. He at least. You know, I mean, if we going based off other people's numbers, definitely 5 should be the starting point.
All right, I want to get out the way. So when we hear the actual number, people can't backtrack and say, "Oh, he ducking." Nah, you said 5. Dude was offered 3. But I'm gonna tell you this: we had this conversation before, and I said 5 myself. So I'm like, if it's 5, take that shit and negotiate. But don't be surprised if he turns it down. Ask us what Andre's purse is, so they can counter the offer. Don't look at that as a duck. That's business. They may want that fight on PBC, so they need to know what Andre's making so they can offer Andre the chance to walk his ass up over here. Don't jump to conclusions. Just let the shit play out because that may be what Al actually wants. I'll boomerang back.
Man, tell me why your boy at it again, man.
Who?
That nigga Chavez, man.
What, he popped?
Nah, nigga missed weight, bro. Daniel Jacobs made the 168 limit. Yeah, good what Chavez came in.
178.
173.
And they still gonna have a fight.
Hey, ain't nowhere close to the motherfucking weight. I don't know. How you gonna lose 5 pounds in goddamn 2 hours?
Bro, that's why Canelo was charging him $1 million. And you see, he made it. He is just lazy. He lazy, bro. He get these $1 million paydays off his father's name. He fool everybody over and over. I've been done with that dude. Listen, what he got is durability. I mean, when Canelo couldn't knock him out, I'm like, dang, he took hella punishment, you know. But then Fonfora stop him, or did he just get dropped by Fonfora?
I think he just got dropped. I don't think he got stopped. I don't think Chavez Jr. hit was messed up, to be honest with you.
Mike, man, let's stir the pot, man. CYP, he done started it up. He want to stir the pot. I know what he wanted to do. I don't think that I like, even if it's 3, don't we got to consider it? Don't we got to do our best rendition of Deontay Wilder and accept that low offer to show that we great?
Nah, man, 3 is disrespectful. Just based off of how remember, if I'm gonna be consistent, I'm gonna be consistent all the way around. You can't come with a $3 million offer when you gave this top ranked $4 million.
I mean, it's like I said, man, junior welterweight get 4. You know, you gotta at least start at 5. But again, do you walk away from that opportunity to unify? You know, a lot of people took short money. Superstars bigger than him. Now, obviously, the difference in the definition of short money for a guy like, you know, Canelo and them dudes is more substantial than just 1 or 2 million. You know what I mean? But
and the legacy attached with those guys like Canelo and Floyd and Oscar taking short money because of the guys that were fighting the Chavez Jr., the Oscar De La Hoyas, and the Floyd Mayweathers of the world. You know what I'm saying? They recognize that opportunity. Do you take short money for a guy who's coming off a Luke Kilo victory?
I mean, but look, let's do it in numbers, right? Like Wilder was taking $15 million with 1 belt for 4, right? And that pot, we always knew it was 100. They try to lie to us and tell us no. I mean, what's the pot here? How big is this fight? If you saying $5 million for Charlo, cool. Well, damn, how much is Andre getting? And how many subscriptions is it bringing in? Should we be a little bit more realistic so we could get the fight? I mean, because if they giving Jermall, who's the outside fighter, $5 million and an option to match, Andre gonna be like, yo, bruh, you brought him here based off my name.
But Andre already under contract with Matchroom. I'm pretty sure his payments lined up like Tim Farmers was. Like
Nah.
where he was getting paid every fight.
No way, because remember, even Tevin knew he was gonna make more money in a Gervonta fight. You can't tell Andre you gonna fight Akin Wande and then fight Charlo for the same price. Andre got to get more money to fight Charlo. Come on, bruh.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's gonna get the same money for Akin Wande, but as long as you keep winning, your money goes up. So I'm thinking maybe you got a 4-fight deal with the 4th fight being like $4 million.
Listen, this fight will not happen if I'm Andre and Charlo receives $5 million and I'm not getting 5 or better. Come on, Mike. Like, this is the same thing you said about the site fee in the last show, bruh. I'm signed to you, Eddie. How you giving that dude more money than me?
He's not under contract.
I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out. I'm signed to you. How you offering him more money than me?
Because me and you have already negotiated this shit out, my
bruh.
guy.
Him and AJ negotiated it too.
I told you what you're getting in your first fight, second fight, third fight, and fourth fight if you keep winning. This is the increase in every fight. You signed that deal. Now, do you want Charlo or not?
Nah, man, it can't be like that, bro. You treat yo, I'm never signing to Mike Promotions, man. That's raping you records.
That's what promoters
No. He's not. Bro, you can't ask your fighter to get in the biggest fight of his career unless Charlo was the A-side. This is an equal fight. That's what they're saying. They need each other. You trying to make Charlo the A-side, and it's okay for Andre to get less money then, but it's not. Like, if Charlo was fighting Canelo, you supposed to get less money.
I'm not saying it's okay for him to get less money, but if he's already under contract with Eddie for a number of fights and that number is already set, then it depends on if he wants to fight or not. Now, I agree that both fighters deserve the same amount of money, but if the guy has a deal that's already in place and it has been outlined, this is what you make in your first fight, this is what you make in your last fight. Now, the last fight could be a tougher fight, you know what I'm saying? There may be a reason to give you a little boost, you know what I'm saying, or a little bonus to make it matches, you know what I'm saying, Jermall, but for the most part, man, you on the contract, dog, like, I got a date for you, and I got the opponent that you've been wanting. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, look, I'm going to get to these callers, but all I'm saying is I want to sign to a promoter that if the fight is 50-50, I'm getting 50-50, bro. Like, Charlo's not the A-side to Andre. Andre's not the A-side to Charlo. They both two-time champions. Like, they both need each other. Like Eddie said, Andre got to make what Charlo made. I mean, unless, which I'm with that. Unless we factor it in that, Charlo got the WBC belt and somehow we giving him a little bit more money for the green belt because some fighter, I don't know. I'm trying to reach, Mike, because I don't see how you giving him $5 million and not Andre. And if that's the case, this is a $10 million fight on Dazn. I don't know. That man. See, that's why I miss being out there because I need to ask Eddie that. Like, damn, you giving him $5?
You know what?
What you giving Andre?
You know, easy way to motherfucking look at it right quick. And big ups to UK Robbie. Just find out what motherfucking Hooker made.
Yeah, but Hooker. That's what I'm saying. Hooker isn't Andre. That's why
But
UK Robbie.
I'm signed to you, Eddie. You can't give him Ramirez a fucking $4 million package where he get $2 million and not give it to me, right?
No, Mike, because you only as good as what you can negotiate, and Andre can listen to me first. Andre can negotiate based off accolade. I am a 2-divisional champion, undefeated. Hooker was a one-time champion, and Ramirez was a one-time champion, one division, and they got. Not they, but Ramirez got 4 with his team. We going off that. Jermall is a 2-divisional champion. 2-division, 54 and 60, and so is Andre. Like, look, let's just move on, man. I just think it's fair they both get the same amount. If it's a 50, we saying it's a 50-50 fight. Why we can't give them the same amount? How does Charlo get more money in your mind? I don't know. What we got? Riding A70. What up, champ?
What up, man? You know you screwed me this morning, right?
I know. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people here, man. It's hard. I'm manning the boards.
That's why I need to. That's why I need to go ahead and get that boomerang, man. I'm trying to make a decision on it now. But Mike out here like Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats, man. Mike don't play no games. I like it though, Mike. I ain't mad at you, man. You'll be the first one I hire if I ever start a promotional company. You'll be my negotiator.
Nigga, if you already
bro, how he not gonna get your A side the money? Your A side gonna leave you eventually because all the B sides getting more.
He gonna save me a lot of money though, Ness. He gonna save me a lot.
He ain't gonna save you money when your A side leave for not being paid right.
Man, A sides always leave because they become too big.
Hey, but for real, this fight, I think it's a good fight. I think $3 to $5 million is enough for this fight. But the reason I said 5 to 7 is because I just don't see Charlo, Al Heyman and Charlo agreeing to come over for that much. I think they're going to say, like, okay, we'll come over, but you're going to have to pay us probably double or triple what we're used to making, and you're going to have to come with it.
So let me ask you something, Rod.
I agree with you there.
Let me ask you, Rod, because you with your he ain't going to come shit. You telling me they about to give Charlo $5 to $7 million for fucking Chris Eubank?
No, I don't think so. I think you're right. That's what I'm saying. It's like a double-edged sword. What I try to do, Ness, is I know you provoke thought, and I agree, and I like that. That's why I like listening to the show. But at the same time, I'm more of a realist. That's why with the Crawford conversation, I can't just be one of those people that say, okay, if this happened, when I know that it's not going to happen until the money is right. As much as I want to see those two dogs get in the ring and see that top competition go against each other, I just look at it from a realistic, logical standpoint and just say it's not going to happen until Crawford and Errol Spence continue to build their profiles and it's $50 to $60 million in that fight. For them to share networks in that fight. And that's how I look at this fight. It's like Al going to say, okay, my guy made $3 million.
Boomerang Joshua, New Orleans.
Yo, Ness.
Yo.
Okay, you missed my second call on the show, on the first show, so what? I kept coming in and say you didn't get me the second time.
Yeah, I can't hear you when the line is muted. Even if you unmute, remember I keep this unmuted just in case you guys go hot and we on Blog Talk. So my
I
apologies.
got you. So I get the third call or what?
Whatever you like, champ.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give my third call that you missed. I'm gonna give it to my brother. He on the line, T Mac. I'm gonna give him that call that you missed on that show, so he get two. I'll go with my first call. I like this fight. I've been calling for the fight. I've been a fan of Andrade and Jermall. I personally believe Andrade beats Jermall easily and stuff. I hope the negotiation goes well, and I'm of it to where there is a 50-50 fight, no A side. Listening to some of you arguments, if Eddie Hearn offer him a one of the lucrative deal, he need to be going to the zone. If Eddie Hearn is open for Andrade going over to PBC, just said what Mike said that he'll release him, and if the money makes sense, he needs to go there. But the fight does need to happen. Nobody can kick no A side, B side, nothing, and we need to go ahead and get this fight. So whenever the cash cow stop running, we can finally have something to say, hey, I beat this fighter, so now you got to come see me. That's my call. First call.
Yeah, man, I do not see Maurice Hooker a purse for that fight.
Nah, that shit is hush hush, man. Hush hush. Which is odd because they usually do give out purses on the DAZN side.
Like I can find Ramirez shit easy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's $4 million everywhere, but Hooker shit is like.
Steve on the ringer.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, it's almost like they're listening to you, Ness. What are these guys' options, man? That's at the end of the day, we got to look at their options. You know, one guy just fought Hogan. The other guy's going to fight Keller. I mean, they don't have a lot of options. So I'm not going to get into how much they should get, but I do agree with the last caller that said I think it should be 50-50. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I don't see an A side to this. But as far as them, they just need to make the fight. And, they both need a fight like this. I mean, because what is their options? Unless Triple G going to fight them, what is their options? They ain't got no options. Can you speak on that?
Nah, this is the best option, man, because someone comes out unified and able to make decisions, and even if they can't get the big fight, they're more of a draw in their own hometown, you know what I mean? Like, they can put on their own fight. It's no different than when Jarrett Hurd became unified. He got a hometown fight. Julian Williams became unified. He's getting a hometown fight. I don't know. Did Earl get the where was that Porter fight? Vegas?
It was in Vegas. Earl got the Ocampos and the Mikey.
Yeah, but the Ocampos was mandatory. I'm talking about once you unify, But whatever, man. That's my theory anyway, right, Steve?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have a lot of choices as far as what the amount should be. I can't talk to that, so I don't know what they deserve, but I'm sure.
Well, all right, we going out to. Let's see here. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. All right.
Hush.
Stunner, talk to me.
What up, Stunner?
Wait, come back to me next call. Or on the next one.
All right.
Oh, we didn't get the stainless, did we?
Nope.
Motherfucking murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Yo, what up, though? I'm a little lost in the conversation. I was at an interview. So DAZN did send the offer?
Yes, sir. For a May fight.
How much was it for?
We don't know. Just that it's huge, substantial, and considerably large.
Similar package to Mikey Garcia. Not similar numbers, but similar package.
Yeah, they need to make that fight, man. That's a fight that been needed to happen. And I mean, this is already a hardcore's dream. So, you get them two together, they're going to talk mad shit to each other. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be like Harrison, Charlo, that's going to happen and shit with just that build up just from the, from the press conferences. So I think that'd be an exciting fight. Dazn, PBC. I don't really care. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get the $100 year-round thing for the price change or something real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess I'm Dazn, PBC, ESPN. I don't know what these niggas talk about. I call it love and boxing. So, stop that across the street shit. You sound silly. That's all I got, man. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Charlo has got the considerable financial fee, and some of his purse could be going to Jacobs.
You talking about Chavez getting fined?
Yep.
Okay.
Got a little penalty. You got to give some of that money to Jacobs. We got a switch chat coming in from Andre Diakonu. I would never forget when Jacobs stepped to Jermall at Barclays and remind him he has not touched a meal yet. LOL. Did we get Gunners? Yeah, yep. No, we didn't get the Gunners yet. Charlo has never made a M at PBC. Earn on the zone. These guys love talking about money.
Mm-hmm.
And we got BM32. Mike got Suge Knight tendencies.
Mm-hmm. They ain't lying about that.
What that mean?
Bruh, you see them contracts should have people in, man. You trying to lock people in forever, man. Don't care what you paying, man.
Hey, man, you signed this shit, dog. You better get you a lawyer.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what route. I'm gonna hire you. What? You gonna get one A side and then he gonna tell the story to everybody. Like, don't go over there. But let's go to Florida.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño, this is Bayless, Chico Trinidad.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Damn, so Keem ain't on the line. Okay. Hey, Seven in Cali, talk to us.
What up, Seven?
You can hear me, bro?
Yeah.
All right. How much? I always give Eddie shit to people, but I like this motherfucker for real. But I have a question for y'all. If Andre was to get the same amount of money from PBC, you think Eddie would let him come over?
That's what he said. If they match the offer, he'll let Andre go over. So he playing fair ball.
Okay. With the Jose Ramirez, I think his fight, there's a pay to fight before, he did like 650,000 compared to Charlo's like 2-something, right?
I wouldn't know, man. I wasn't even tracking Ramirez's numbers.
But Charlo was like 2-something, right?
I think we reported on something like that. Mike, you remember what it was?
It was somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah, so if they get around the same money, I ain't tripping on that. I still think Charlo gonna beat him, and I think Junior should just go to light heavyweight. Stop trying to cut this weight.
Yeah, man, you seen what happened to him at light heavyweight. Pat in Beantown.
What up, Pat?
Yo, what's good, guys? Hey, man, we were talking about this a couple of days ago, and I got laughed at when I said Charlo should get $5 million at least to go over to the zone, you know. And now we're hearing that he's getting around $7 million, or the offer was around $7 million.
Whoa. We're not hearing that.
That's what I heard.
Where?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember the source, but that's what I heard. And you guys said around that Mikey Garcia number, so like 7. You said a high offer, so it's gonna be around that number. Ness, come on, let's be honest.
I mean, we want to hope. We're all hoping it's 5 so that it could get done, but we don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I said. It should be over 5. I think Charlo's a good name. He's a PBC flagship fighter, so I think that they do have to give him the bag to come over. Andre's not much of a name. I would definitely say this isn't a 50-50 fight. Charlo's a much bigger name. He's went up divisions, but so has Andre. But I just feel like Charlo's just a bigger name overall. Andre's had the problems with management and such, but I would pick Andre in that fight. I think he would win by 12-round decision.
Lids low, Ringer.
Yo, what's cracking, man?
What up?
Hey, shout out to y'all for keeping these goddamn shows going, man. I appreciate y'all, because I want to honestly say the whole shit with Anthony Joshua making moves and shit, I'm going to be real, man. I think it's because of this goddamn show, man. These callers come in, we call in and get on their ass, and it's like the motherfucker listening. So shout out to y'all once again, my nigga. Y'all sign up to Patreon and hit that like button. So what we at with this fight, though? So is it going to happen, or he just made an offer?
He made an offer. A huge offer.
What huge? Like what?
I mean, he said huge. He said considerably large. He said, what was the other word, Mike, he used? Substantial.
Oh, okay. So he ain't said.
And he also said that it's considerably more than Charlo's ever made.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm down for that fight, but I see why everybody's shouting out Eddie, man. Eddie slick making his way, goddamn. He giving us the fights that we've been asking for, that the other promoters want to keep bullshitting around. And shout out to Eddie, man. I gotta give it to the motherfucker. I still think he kind of slick with it, but shout out to Eddie, man. He trying to make some shit happen. So if it's for the sport of boxing, I'm all down with it. Get your ass in the ring and swing. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate it. UK, y'all call in. This Liz Low, I'm out.
All right, Liz Low, man. Thanks for calling in. We're going out to
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yes, what up, Mike?
What up?
I'm loving this shit, man. I've been wanting this fight for the last 2 years. It already got a good backstory. I think it's going to be just like Jermall versus Harrison. Andrade and Jermall don't like each other, so it's going to be good. Hey, man, I'm going to piggyback off everybody else saying we've been giving Eddie Hearn a lot of shit this last year, man, but, hey, I got to give him props, man. He's trying to make this shit happen, especially this morning, hearing that he's willing to give Wilder 50-50. Hey, man, shout out to Eddie. Keep doing what you're doing, and hope this shit work out, man. I've been wanting to see this fight. Peace to all the TBV family. That's all I got. I'll call y'all tonight.
Info, man. See you tonight. Yo, Mike, it's super chat from Abby. He says, funny to see Ronnie Shields on Dazn. Because Ronnie Shields, the trainer, Charlo, for those that don't know. And we've had Ronnie on this show plenty of times, and he's called The Zone. Dazn, plenty of times.
Absolutely, yeah. That is irony.
We're going out to the Ringer in the UK.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Next? What's going on, Mike?
What up? What up?
Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Good stuff. Yeah, so I called earlier on. I can't remember what show it was, and I said that PBC are known for not letting their marquee fighters go over to another network and get a good payday and make the fights that we, the fans, want. And I said at the time that it's time for us to have a voice and not just be supporters of networks, but be actual boxing fans. Now, if they allow Charlo to take this fight, then I stand corrected. But if they do what they're known to be doing, then we have to, Ness, you have a platform. We have to start speaking out against these things. We can't just be supporting PBC and let them not us get the fights that we want. And I think that this is a prime example of where we have to wait to see what they do. And if they come up with whatever reason, we can't start justifying it.
Man, you're crazy. I'm glad you said that's your call, because you insane. What you mean if they come up with whatever reason, we can't start justifying it? That makes exactly no sense. If there's a reason, we have to at least listen to it. That would make you a sane person.
Like, got to take it into consideration why they did it, and if the why makes sense, then okay. If it doesn't, then it won't. But we got a couple of super chats that I want to get to right quick. Oh, never mind. I said that one. Yeah. But yeah, man, I like the fight. I think it's a good fight. I think that if you're Al Heyman and you're Charlo, you definitely gotta check the temperature of Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? See what you can do and see what is the long-term deal. You know what I'm saying? Does it include a Triple G fight? Like kind of like similar to what I said last night. You know what I'm saying? If he fights Andre and they want to extend you long term, be sure you mention, hey, I want Triple G in that long term deal.
Going out the mastermind, NO.
What's up, NO?
Whoa, man, look. I was giving y'all, I was about to bust through that motherfucker, you dig? I was giving y'all one more shot, you hear me? Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody that tuned in, hit the thumbs up and all that. All right, check this out. First of all, everybody know where I stand on this. I feel like Charlo, he gonna come out on top, majority decision, you dig? All right, moving past that, Eddie Hearn. He trying to make some shit happen, seem like, bruh. But like Eddie Hearn said, the devil in the detail. So let's see, let everything come out. We're gonna see if this a one-off. You come in, get the $7 million. From my understanding, Mikey Garcia, one-off, $7 million, and then you got an option to sign long-term or go ahead and go your own way. So if he can get a Mikey Garcia deal, he can't pass that up.
That's what he got.
That's what he got?
That's what he got. He just we just don't know if he got the Mikey money. We know he got a Mikey deal. We played the audio.
All right, I said take it. But if L can counter offer that motherfucker, you got it. Cause it ain't gonna do nothing but put more money in your pocket, Ness. Either they gonna match that shit, or you gonna wind up with like an extra million, maybe.
Yeah, but hold on, bro. Man, I guess it's on your next call, but you gonna have to. Yo, you listen. If Al matched him and say, "Yo, I'll give you $5 million for Chris Eubank," why should he care, bro? Chris Eubank ain't no belt. It ain't gonna help him get Canelo. It ain't no super fight. Like, I don't know, man. He can't say, like, he got to be like, yo, Al, let me go get this belt. It's not about this money, even though the money's included. I mean, the whole point is the belt. It's also legacy for him. He never had a chance to be unified. He'd only been IBF champ and then WBC champ. You know, you got to let him try and unify, man. His peers out here unifying, man. Like Earl unified, Williams unified someone who he beat. Y'all can't tell him be about money and loyalty. Like, I'm loyal to you, Al, but you know, like, let me make this money and his belt.
Now, if Chris Eubank Jr. gets the WBA belt and you know they elevate him, then it's a similar. Not only let me finish. It's a very similar situation to the Luis Ortiz fight where Anthony Joshua, when Al kept him over and let him fight Deontay Wilder instead of letting him fight Joshua. Remember when they sent Ortiz an offer for the big baby shit?
You talking about for the AJ fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a chance at 4 belts and $7 million. Turned that down, 1 belt and a fight with Wilder. So it's not new from a PBC. If they do go that route, it's like the same thing that they've been doing. It's just another scenario.
I mean, Ryota Murata got the belt that he beat Rob Brandt for. Canelo got the real WBA. So you telling me Charlo's gonna take $5 million and unify with Chris Eubank with a gold?
I thought Canelo was at the he dropped the WBA regular. I mean super at 160.
I mean, all I know is he dropped the WBO 175-pound belt. I don't know. Let me get to some callers. You Google it, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he dropped the WBA. I didn't know that. Let me see. Ohio runs boxing. Talk to me.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up? What's good, guys? Man, it's Eddie doing this thing, man. Right now, trying to make fights. I can't get mad at that, man. But the only thing is, let's hope the fight happens. I don't even know if Al gonna really go through with it. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I want this fight to happen, but I'm probably like 50-60% into thinking this fight gonna happen. I just don't know, man. What else I wanted to say? Dang, it's not coming to my mind. Not coming to my mind. But I hope this fight do happen, man. But they have turned down. PBC have turned down a lot of fights, man, and he want to keep them fights over there. I just don't know what benefited. My question to you, Ness, is it possible that these two fighters in that division can get to the point where they gonna have to fight each other regardless of how much the purse is because they freezing each other out? Could it possibly get to that?
Hell no, man, because they both making money, so it's always going to be about money. They both making good money where they at, so it's going to be about money.
All right, I ain't had too much to say, man. This show, I'm listening.
All right, brother, thank you.
You're right. He still got the WBA at
I'm
middleweight. He
telling
dropped the WBA at super middleweight. My bad.
I'm telling you, listen, the rankings that I'm looking at on our website, which, listen, we update the podcast every single day on the website, and the rankings get updated regularly with each sanctioning body. I wish that the guy that I got updating the rankings would update and put the fucking IBO there too, but he refuses. He made a poll. He made a poll, and I lost, man. Dudes don't want. Yeah, like
percentage.
I don't even remember, but dudes don't want to respect my IBO, man. I want to see them names. I need to see they become players, man. Look at Costio Clayton, yo. You should check the inbox too. I hit him up, man.
And are we still having the IBO president on tomorrow?
Nah, I think it's gonna be next. He ain't hit me up. He ain't even look at it. Damn, he probably tight, yo. I completely forgot. My man look nice too, man. Let's see what we got here. Did we go to Donald?
No. What up,
Actually,
Donald?
we got to go back to Stunner. We never went to Stunner. Stunner, talk to us.
What up, Stunner?
Yo, what's up? I'm gonna be pretty calm this call. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's my problems with the fight, or my reason. All right, let me just say it. First off, the only reason, and not a lot of people are gonna understand this, the only reason that Eddie Hearn is now offering this big fight to Charlo is because he does not, and I repeat, does not want to see Chris Eubank Jr. have his Charlo fight, get paid, and do what he does. This is all because the nigga Eubank just won. That's truthfully the reason why we're getting this offer. Two, I heard at one point you and Mike were saying that the total sum of this fight between Charlo and Andrade can come out to be like, what, 10 to 14?
I mean, if you giving Charlo 5, you got to give fucking Andre 5.
No, agreed. I believe it's a 50-50 split. But here's my problem. We have two champions, two guys who are also champions at 154, right? Both undefeated at the moment. And they're saying, and we're suggesting that the total pot can be anywhere from 10 to a max 14, 15. But I remember a couple of months ago, correct me if I'm wrong too, Derevyanchenko received $7 million to fight Triple G, who I believe made
you're wrong. You're wrong. Derevyanchenko got $5 million.
5.5.
5.5. You sure there wasn't any incentives or back ends on that it rounded out to 7? Because I remember 7.
Unless you can produce a link.
Let me
Nah, man, we only seen 5.5 though.
Yeah, but the only reason he got that, he was a mandatory, and they weren't willing to let Triple G go anywhere.
Donald, Richmond, California.
What up, Donald?
What's going on, man? Man, we need this fight. Like, can they please just make this fight happen? Like, I want to see what they both about. I mean, I like Andrade because when I have an incentive to like certain fighters because of their style, and when I look at dudes like Crawford and Andrade, those are my style type of fighters. You know what I mean? Where I feel like if I was a professional fighter, I'd be fighting at that type of style. So I like those type of fighters more, but it's like we got to see who's going to win the fight. Is Demetrius Andrade really that slick to where he could get in there and he could outbox Charlo and not get hit with a big shot? Or will it be that Demetrius Andrade gets in there and he outboxes Charlo and it looks bad, and then, you know, Charlo hits him with something big in the later rounds and stops him and get him out of there? Like, these dudes got to stop playing this game with who got the biggest balls. This is boxing. Like, just fucking fight, and at the end of the day, whoever wins is the best man. You know, we got to stop playing these games. Well, I want it, I don't want it. Oh, how much? You know, it's like, give them both 5 apiece and make the fight happen, and whoever wins is the best man, you know. And then I don't know. I don't think anybody whoever wins that fight is going to get a Canelo fight. I don't see Canelo coming back to 160 unless there's a cherry for him there. But, I mean, you know, Canelo is moving on, so I think they need to just get it out of their head that they're going to get the Canelo fight and fight each other and make something happen for themselves at 160 division, you know? Forget about Canelo. That's over. That's done. That man ain't coming back to 160.
All right, Donald.
Derevchenko got 4 million listed, but it was more around 5.2. In the article that I read, and Triple G made 7.5, with another 7.5 coming in equity.
What we got? We went to Pat and Beantown.
I believe we did. What was that last show? No, that was the end of last show.
JT Matt.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. To me, I think they both should get 50-50 fight. I think 5 million is kind of low ball for Jermall Charlo, because I think I got Andrade beating him, even though I like Jermall Charlo. But like the last caller just said, I feel like this is helping Canelo out, because I got both of them fighters beating Canelo. And if Jermall Charlo lose to Andrade, you know, Canelo excuse could be like, well, fuck, you lost to Andrade, so he might try to fight Andrade winner, because he been ducking him since 54 in the 60s. So that's my take on it. I feel like the fighter, it should be in some kind of contract that the Canelo fight or the Triple G fight can get made regardless, winner or loser, if they get Jermall Charlo over there, because I just feel like Andrade go beat him. And that's my call on it.
All right. That's going to be tough to happen when you can't even tie Canelo down to a weight class. Baracamontes. Baracamontes? Just listening? Once? Twice? JT Miami.
What's happening? What's happening?
What up?
What's up? First of all, always a great show. I'm tuning in during my lunch break, try to get it in. Again, Eddie Hearn strikes again. Silver Tongue Hearn, the biggest Hearn of them all. I know no one likes him because he's coming to the States and taking over, but he's doing it. He's cutting the check. Andre will be a great fight. I would like it in Boston or in the New England area. Big time for the zone. I see a great fight. Why not?
I'm with
Hey,
you.
I agree.
All right, JT, thanks for calling in. We got AMG. Talk to me.
What up, AMG?
Show as usual.
Money game.
Yo, so for me, I really like. First of all, I'm gonna stay positive and just wish this fight to happen. But I also like how Hearn gave Al the option to match it, right? So there's no like back door when Charlo can say like, nah, you don't. You know, you're not giving me an option to fight on PBC, so I'm just gonna drop the deal. So I'm glad he covered that end. On the Canelo side, I was thinking you guys made a show. I think it was a couple days ago. If he were to beat Billy Joe Saunders and take the WBO, doesn't the WBO have a rule where he can't have another belt in another weight in another sanctioning body, right? Which he does at 160. So maybe that would entice Canelo to come down to 160 and actually fight him.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective right there. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I hope all those fights happen for sure.
Well,
But yeah,
all
man,
right. AMG, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Gado.
What up, Gado? I'm fucking determined to fucking find this hooker shit, man.
Yo,
y'all can hear me?
Yep.
All right, check it out, man. First, I'm gonna just say this, man. I hope this shit is real, man, and all this shit that Eddie talking, man. I hope this shit is legitimate, man. Because if so, he gonna be a real ass nigga for one. He gonna start really changing the way that I see him. Two, this fight is good for both of these dudes, man. Like, neither one of these dudes got anything that's cracking. Like, nobody really care about, you know what I'm saying, none of the opponents that they fighting too much. So for these dudes to get in there and fight each other, it's just, man, you can get the rematches. You can possibly get a trilogy out of this. Like, you never know, man. Like, the thing that this can do for boxing, man, these two dudes getting in the ring, because they both great at what they do. It's a 50-50 fight. How many fights do you actually see where you're like, shit, I don't know who's going to win? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope this is real. And if Eddie really do this and help just energize boxing even more, because I feel like with everything that's going on in the heavyweight division, things like that, hopefully Earl come back, you know what I'm saying, good as he used to be. And then we can get, either the more divisions we can get cracking, the better, man. It's just put boxing on the forefront. They be talking about this shit all the time. Motherfuckers like y'all get bigger platforms, shit like that, man. This shit could be big. So he need to take it. And if Al match it, he can't even match it. Al got to substantially, like, double that shit. Because this is like a...
Baracamontes, talk to me. Yo. Talk to us.
This ain't Mike, it's Drew. What's up, man? Eddie Hearn doing the right move. He's going to make Charlo disgruntled when Al Heyman tells him he can't take it and he wants to match it. He needs to match that money. Like when Wilder went and sat with John Skipper and they offered him that $100 million, they had to break open the bank and guarantee him 20 now per fight.
So wait, what you say your name is Drew?
Drew or Mike?
Drew, yeah.
I don't know where I got that from. All right, Drew.
Yeah. No. I'm out here. I'm out here in Oakland. Yeah. Eddie Hearn driving up the prices.
I think the offer is
So
real.
I mean, he damn sure driving up the prices. He damn sure driving up the price because they did it for the Dominic Brazil fight. You ain't lying.
Yes. So say Charlo doesn't take the fight. Is he going to go back to PBC and be like, damn, Eddie offered me $5 million, and you're only giving me $2 million for this fight?
Nah, it's not even going to get that far. Heyman going to have to say, don't take the fight. I got $5 million versus Chris Eubank.
Nah, man, Heyman is smart business, man.
But Heyman's smarter than that. That loses money. That don't make no fun. Just
exactly.
Like the Ortiz and Wilder fight.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a fight to block. This is a fight to make.
He's not in the business.
And then this helps. This gives Canelo an opponent when that Raiders stadium opens up next year. They need some solid guy. Canelo, you don't think Canelo's going to want to fill that stadium and maybe in a unification for undisputed at 160?
Oh, you know he is.
Yeah. So
I got a feeling that Triple G fight will be sometime next September or something.
Let me see here. Oh, I think this is Civilian 11?
What up, Civilian?
You have no screen name, though, so I could be wrong. On Skype. Civilian 11 on Skype.
Super
all right, in the meantime, we went to Steve in the UK?
Nope. Super Cat coming from Drew right quick. Answer my call, 323 area code. Well, Drew, we did.
Yeah, I had your name wrong on the thing. Sorry about that. Steve in the UK.
What up, Steve?
What up, guys? How's it going? I'm just listening, guys. So I won't speak because I'm in my car.
All right. Boomerang time. J Mac. Breaking up.
Hello?
Yo.
Come back.
All right, we're gonna come back. CYP.
Yo.
Yo.
I got some bad news for y'all who believe in Eddie Hearn. He loves to put a wool over your eyes. Y'all do realize that Andrade has been there. He was there before Triple G, before Canelo, and before Jacob. Like, that's 3 dudes. He was sitting there. He didn't get none of those fights. He got the Saunders fight because he became the mandatory for the WBO, which means the WBO ordered him to fight Saunders. Now he's offering Charlo all this, good amount of money to fight Andrade. And y'all saying, man, he's doing his thing, man. Look at Eddie. First off, Jacobs is at 168 now. Triple G said he ain't fucking fighting him to, and Canelo is the king and does what the fuck he wants to do. What the fuck else is he supposed to do for the little stepchild named Andrade? He's forced to finally pay attention to this motherfucker and say, hey, what do you want me to do now? Yeah, what does he want? Okay, I'll offer him. The same way he did Dillian White ass. Always just putting Dillian White ass to the side, and then, okay, Jerosa wants to fight you? Oh, that's good. Yeah. I'm down with that. Offer him. He don't care about some of these fighters, man. If y'all think he's doing such a great job, answer me why the fuck is Andre there first and is the last person to...
Yeah, he does not like Andre. He's a Charlo a supporter.
JT Mac.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, back to what I was saying. I just feel like the loser of this fight lose the sweepstake on the Canelo fight, and that's gonna be an excuse for Canelo to duck that fighter. So, like, if I was Charlo, I want more money. So, like, if I go up there and lose to Andrade, I mean, it's still other fights he could make for Charlo, but at the end of the day, I lose out on the Canelo fight, and I've been calling Canelo out. So that's my take with that.
You ain't getting it no way though.
He's not what?
He ain't gonna get it no way.
Well, why he ain't gonna get it? Because Canelo ducking him?
Bro, he was a mandatory for a belt, and Canelo chose not to fight him. If that shows you,
but you feel like,
but
that's what I'm saying. You feel like Canelo ducking him though, right?
Yeah, bro, I've been on there saying that, bro.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's just my point on it. So that's what I'm saying. If I was Charlo, I want more money. That $5 million, nah, I need more money. Because I'm taking a risk on that because lose out on other fights.
Man, fuck all
so
that, man.
That's what I'm still going on.
Make the good fight though, bro. It's a good fight to make. Why do we want to make a hard line in the sand and say I need more money? Like $5 million, not a good offer.
It's not a good offer. I mean, I feel like Charlo worked more than that. I mean, he a 2-time champion, Demetrius Andrade.
Listen, man, I'm a Charlo fan. I love Jermall Charlo. He is one of my favorite fighters in boxing. You can't say he worth more than that when we just seen what he did on Showtime. If you really worth more than that, you would draw the casual fan in a little bit better. And I know I had my reason why it did low, but still, 600,000, 700,000, man, you should be able to do that. But it is what it is, man. But $5 million, bro, I think that's a great place to start. Even $6 million would be even better. But for us to say $7, $8, $9 million, getting more than what Mikey Garcia's getting, come on, man. Come on, y'all.
Idris, UK.
What up, Idris?
Hey, listen, man. Why are man making excuses for reasons why a guy shouldn't fight? Like, this is unheard of, man. What's wrong with these guys, bro? You don't need to stick it on them. Like, this guy just came in and spoke for like a minute and a half and gave bullet points on why they shouldn't fight. Like, Bob, what is that about? Come on, man. Jeez, what is going on in this world, fam? Listen, I think Charlo beats him, man. To be honest with you, I like Jermall Charlo. I think he beats him. I think he should take the money and then just start fighting everyone else, man. He's in a bit of a Crawford situation right now, and just go there for the one fight, see what go on, and just come back on that. Hey, man, I'm loving these Crawford shows, man. I know Mac is hating them.
No, man, it's all fun and games, man. You know, I love
Listen,
Crawford. And my opinion
it's
about him would never
making
change.
me laugh, man. It's making me laugh, man. For the once, yeah, I'm just sitting back and I'm watching two different sets of fans go at it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, just this is highly funny to me, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? But
Just for the
anyway, you
record,
man.
man, Ness does that shit on purpose, bro. He
I know
knows,
he
you
does
know
it
what I'm
on
saying?
purpose, man. But I feel how you feel when he talks about AJ. That's why it's so funny. You know what I mean? Ness, you got jokes sometimes, man. But you know what? To the wrong set of people, man, they're gonna ride out on you, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So
I hear you.
don't make no enemies, man. Don't make no enemies, man. You're gonna be a victim of a drive-by one of these days, man. These Crawford guys are gonna get
I'm
fucked.
always gonna be with Mike, man. So you know I get that G
Yeah,
pass.
I doubt any Crawford fans do any kind of drive-bys, my brother.
Boomerang JD.
What up, JD?
JD. Unmute JD. Going once. Twice. We going to Brian in Chicago.
Hey man, great show. Y'all always bring that fire, man. Ain't no reason why these guys shouldn't fight, man. $5 million they getting paid. People don't make $5 million their whole life. You know what I'm saying? They need to stack the undercard and let everybody eat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And y'all know Canelo be running. He on that legacy chase. But if he don't fight the right people, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? You dig? All right, take care. Mastermind coming soon.
Brian, you the champ. We're going to Anthony in Charlotte. Talk to me.
I'm just listening to this.
All right, brother.
BoxingVoice.com. When I was locked up in county jail, I thought the Southside was going to fight. I knocked out the Southside. Teardrop. BoxingVoice.com.
What you got to say about that, Deontay? What you got to say about that, man?
Hold on a second.
Yo, what's up, Mike? What's up, Ness? Back
What
at it
up?
again. I appreciate y'all. Y'all get me through my day for real. When there's not a show, I'm fiending. Yo, I need my fix when I don't have the boxing voice for real. I'm not a huge Charlo fan, and I don't know too much about Andrade, but this is a fight that they need to make this fight, especially Charlo. He could be the best in the division, you know what I mean? He could get that Canelo fight, but he's got to fight him first. Like I said before, I don't really care about the money. It is what it is. They get paid. Good for them. But I would like to see the fight. Shout out to Dollar for the intro. He's always making some fire beats, I bet. Get to that man. He's got a couple packages. And if you're out there and you haven't smashed the like button, smash that shit. TBV for life. I'm out.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño, this is Phoenix, Victor Trinidad.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
What it do, y'all?
What up?
So yeah, what up, man? Another good show. Appreciate y'all. I agree with White Boy, man. I'll be addicted to these shows, though. I'm on it heavy, man. But hey, I want to see this fight. Whatever they got to do to make it happen, make it happen. I know I was talking a little shit about Eddie earlier this morning about him being a used car salesman, but one of y'all made a good point. I don't know if it was Ness or Mike, but y'all made a good point when you said Eddie, he throwing everybody offers, man. He throwing everybody offers, good offers. He trying to make things happen. I'm actually headed to the fight in Miami with
Miami.
Andre and Keeler. Found out about that yesterday. Hey man, it's a brand new. That shit look fire. My birthday's the day after, so she with it. We out there. I'm gonna wait to buy my tickets though, cause I know Canadian Jose always said, don't buy them as soon as they come out, even though they're pretty well priced, man. And again, shout out to Eddie Hearn because them tickets is not expensive. But yeah, man. So whatever they got to do to make this fight happen, make it happen. Yeah, that's it, man.
And honestly, that's how it should be, man. Like ticket prices should be like double a movie theater, if that. Like I should be able to take my girl on a date, and that would make boxing more accessible. Like, what's the price for like a Yankees ticket or some shit?
I don't know, but a basketball game here, if you want to like get like the middle bowl, like $70.
Yeah, that's a little steep, 2 tickets. That's an expensive date. That better be some prime beef. We going out to NO. Talk to me.
Ooh. Look, Ness. To be honest with you, I hope the fucking fight happened, dog, so we can put all this fucking arguing and all that other shit to the side, you know what I'm saying? Because both of these dudes need that payday. That's going to put them in a whole nother tax bracket. But I think Al Hammond going to play hardball because that's what when you ever know Al not to play hardball, bro. Either two things going to happen. Whatever they offer him is going to wind up being an extra million or the fight going to be on Fox. Either one. We know Al, bro, that is the proof in the pudding. Look at Andy. Andy got 13 what he was supposed to get. Dog, he play hardball. Everybody know that shit. So I think we should wait and see what all come out. I think the fight might happen. I think the fight might happen, dog. Cause both of them don't have too much of an option, and especially for Andre, bro. He been getting fucked around his whole career, man. We done had Andre people, and you remember that next on the show, and we trying to explain to these motherfuckers where they going wrong at. So I hope it work out for him, bro, so we can really see if he the goods or not. Cause the reason why I'm going with Charlo, he got the two best wins, bro. And I seen him against two people that can fight. So from the eye test you ask me, I'm going with Charlo. Now, for the fight being 50-50, that shit don't matter to me. As long as both of them get about 5, 6 minutes, I'm cool with that. That's my call. But like I said, I think the fight might happen, but we gotta wait and see.
All right. Stainless Boomerang.
What up, Stainless?
Man, I hope that shit happen, man. Like I said, that's a fight we all been asking for a while. It should already happen. So, and they both still in their prime, so that'd be a good fight, man. Plus, I can hear Josh and CYP argue about that shit. You know what I'm saying, for days and one end. So I'm ready for that, man. UK, man, welcome back, man. Now y'all get to see we act like y'all too, man, when it comes to our US boxers. So y'all ain't gotta get so offended when we talk shit about yours. That's all I got, man. As always, say push that thumbs up, share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because this is TBV for life. And if you're not on Patreon, that's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Oh yeah, and to King in Florida, man, we're gonna have beef, man. You're gonna have to change your intro, man. I don't like that Tarver shit, man. We talked about that shit, man. We gonna talk about that shit afterwards too. Peace.
Boy, them Roy Jones, like I love Roy Jones too. You know what I'm saying? Watching like I remember I was like 12 years old and like Beyond the Glory came on. Remember that show on like Fox Sports or whatever? I don't know, but anyway, it was called Beyond the Glory. Seeing that little Roy Jones documentary. So, but people really are hurt by that. You know what I'm saying? Tarver a victory. Really, really, you know what I'm saying? Made Superman look like Blank Man.
We got to 7, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So, and we also got the lids low. We got computer program 1.
Up CP1.
Gotta unmute.
Thought you was a programmer.
Just listening, going once, twice. Joshua, New Orleans, service better?
Yeah, it's better. You coming through a dead era. Shout out to Don. I like his call earlier with the Bud and Andrade comparison. I'm definitely with that. My brother, he tripping on that call with the Charlo being worth more and stuff. I don't know what he was talking about. Charlo and Andrade, I have had a different view on this one. I feel like Andrade has always been on his ass. I know what happened with the failed negotiations with Jermall at 154. In my opinion, Andrade has always been a better junior middleweight out of them three names, or just sticking to Jermall if y'all want to do the comparison. And I would finally do like to see them get in the ring and figure that shit out. Because according to my eye test, like Eno said earlier, and Mr. CYP, because I know where he coming with on his next call. Charlo don't have nothing for Andrade. And L does play hardball. L play hardball when only he think his fighters can't beat him. Hint, hint, Errol Spence Jr., Jermall Charlo, Andrade Bud. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Andrade beat Jermall easily. I hope the fight does get made. And when he unified, the cash cow can stop running and stop hopping and rehydrating and failing drug tests and finally get in the ring with him and have no excuse for the reason why he can't fight him. That's my call.
Super chat coming in from Rod 870. He says Canelo jump classes to duck top fighters in EAWC. No idea what that fuck that mean, bro.
Nobody ain't super chat Canelo won 2019 ESPN ESPY neither. Fight of the year.
Okay, ESPY. Clifford Fita says Andrade was the one that canceled that fight years ago. And we got one.
Hey Mike, who else won an ESPY in the past?
I know Crawford won, Floyd won,
All right, that's all. I just wanted you to stop there. I wanted you to stop there. Just Floyd and Bud.
Crawford. All right, man. Yeah, Rod 870 comes back and says, Mike said, I thought you were a computer programmer. Oh, I was just, you know what I'm saying, poking fun at him. That's all.
Let's see if he's ready now. Computer program.
CP1.
Unmute. Just listening. Unmute. Just listening. He jumped off. Davidian, talk to us. Niagara Falls, upstate New York.
Upstate. That nigga by the waterfall or something. God damn.
Somebody jumped on. That's all. That's Majid with the background noise. Davidian, you ready for us?
Yeah. What's going on?
What up?
What's going on, Mike? What's up, Ness? Great show as always. I don't know. I want to see the fight. That sounds like a pretty good deal. I mean, I like both Andrade and Jermall Charlo, so they should fight. I mean, I don't see no. That's a good fight.
Damn, Mr. PBC, come on, man. Coming in with your car door opening, ruining my man call.
Oh man, but yeah, now I want to see that fight. I like Jermall Charlo, like the athleticism and the explosiveness. Last time, I mean, I know it was Dennis, but it was still a good fight for as long as it lasted. So I want to see Andre. I want to see more of Andre and Jermall. So yeah, that's going. They need to make that in 2020. So we want to see that fight. So I don't have no problem with it. Yeah, great stuff as always. And yeah, catch y'all on the next one.
All right, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget, we back. It's Flagship Thursday. We're going out to Anthony in Charlotte one more time. Are you there?
Anthony.
Okay, brother. No problem. Pardon me. CYP, close us out.
Yo. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Oh, all right, man. I just want y'all to know, y'all still need to tune in to that big show on Saturday. I was just talking to my man Wade. He was about to come out here with Sean Porter to see the fight, support them cats, but he want me to let y'all know he got Charlo winning. He had Charlo winning the first fight as well, as so did I. But at the same time, I ain't gonna hate on Andrade too much, man. Andrade's been dealt some bad hands. He has not been represented right. So I'm gonna say, go ahead, make this fight. Just make the offer right. And if we can get that shit done, cool. But after Jermall beats Andrade, I don't want to hear y'all talking about he ain't beat nobody. Don't start talking about Andrade's resume and who Andrade beat. Because when I was saying that shit, y'all was telling me how skilled he was. Keep that same energy. CYP out.
All right. Big ups to Coach Larry
Majid.
Wade. I was big ups to Coach Larry Wade and Joey and Chris. You know what I'm saying? I actually was on live with those guys and talked for about 30 minutes this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to those guys.
What up, man? Yeah, so I'm hoping that this fight get made and definitely a favorable split just so the fight could happen. I'm like, if that fight was to happen, I got Andrade. I see him pulling out that decision one way or another. You know, it's real windy out here though, so that's all I got, man. Everybody like the video. I'm out.
All right, computer program one more time with your phone call. What up? You unmuted. You just got to talk. Going once. Twice. We gone. Mike, Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. You can follow me on YouTube at Mike on Sports. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.